Hey guys, welcome back.
And welcome back to Inspire Delusions.
If you're new here, my name is Kayma.
And I'm Olivia.
And we are the co-hosts of your newest favorite podcast.
Or your already favorite podcast. It's a lot of people's favorite podcast.
It is a lot of people's favorite podcast.
You guys, we've been growing.
We have been growing. Also, we've been seeing everything you guys tag us in, especially on TikTok. It's been really cute, all the videos.
Yes! Oh my God, lots of kind words. We're inspiring a lot of people. We love it.
No, we love it. That's I don't know if we told you guys that. That's one of the quotes on our vision boards is people telling us, you're so inspiring.
Yeah.
So we're very much in alignment.
We love to see it. We love to inspire.
But today, we just wanted to bring things back to our roots, you guys. Mm-hmm. We feel like the last few episodes have been really educational, which is so amazing because that's obviously also what we're here for. Yeah. But we just wanted to remind you guys to not take things so seriously, to just relax and to have fun because all things that are meant to happen for you happen when you're having fun.
Yes. No, that is exactly what we wanted to talk about today. Is just life is supposed to be good. Life is supposed to be good. Life is supposed to feel fun. We're here to experience joy. We're here to experience fun. Like, of course, there's, hardships and challenges that we go through and whatnot. We talked about that in the law of polarity, but we're bringing it back today. And we're talking about the upside of things. Yeah. Like, we've been having a lot of cool experiences lately. So we wanted to talk about it. And we wanted to talk about how we're just very much leaning into life is supposed to be good. Life is supposed to be fun. We've been listening to Abraham Hicks. If you ever need a little bit of boost of reminder that life's supposed to be good, go put on an Abraham Hicks rampage.
It's, I'm pretty sure, impossible to listen to an Abraham Hicks rampage and not feel a million times better or even more energized than what you already were. Yeah. Like that, she has magic in there.
She has magic throat chakra
No,
vibes.
Literally. She has some sort of magic in there or some subliminal or something. I don't know what it is, but something about those rampages of hers that people merge together and create and put on YouTube. It's medicine. It's medicine. Literally soul healing.
It is. It's kind of like our podcast. So if you run out of our podcast episodes, go listen to our rampages. Yes. But yeah, you guys, life is so good. We have some really exciting things that have been happening lately and wanted to share because we want to be proof for you guys that being delusional works and you can quite literally manifest anything. I know it's really cool that everyone's starting to listen now, right? You guys have been seeing the journey. We've been getting people commenting being like, I was watching you guys when you guys had your 9-to-5s and you had one mic. We're like, wow, you go way back. But it's not even that long ago. 6 months ago.
Well, it kind of feels like a lifetime.
I know.
We've kind of been quantum leaping, especially last week. Like yesterday, Olivia and I finally had a moment to chill, and I was like, "Damn, Liv, like we kind of lived multiple lives in this past week." And she was like, "Yeah, really I know." It's like we were up leveling so quickly, but yeah, obviously 6 months ago is not that long, but it's sweet seeing you guys come on the journey with us. And for all our new followers, we're so happy you're here.
Yes.
But yeah, bringing it back to life is good. Things are supposed to be easy. Everything works out for you when you're in alignment. And obviously you're in alignment when you're seeking out joy.
I thought you were going to say you're in alignment when you're listening to this podcast.
No.
But we want to talk about life is good. And I wanted to share some of the manifestations that we've done lately of quantum leaping because last week we interviewed Haley Hoffman-Smith on the podcast, which is very full circle moment because Haley was one of the first people I started listening to when I first started learning about manifestation. If y'all don't know her, well, if you do know her, you know. If you don't know her, she's an amazing manifestation coach. Yeah. Her episode's going to come out in a few weeks, so that'll be cool. Yeah. And then this weekend, you guys, do y'all know M on the Brain?
We've mentioned her to you guys, I know, in a couple episodes because we've been fangirling, but Emily came over and sat on our couch and we filmed an episode and it was so amazing.
We're friends with her.
No, that's our friend. And just, you can really manifest anything because I remember 2 years ago watching her videos because she's a neuroscientist and so her being like, this is how you manifest through using neuroscience, right? And so I used to sit and watch her episodes and I was so hooked. I was like, that's such an amazing hook.
She's so smart.
She's so smart. She explains things really simply. And I remember just watching her videos and being like, wow, this stuff really works. This is amazing. And now, fast forward, she's our friend sitting on our couch talking to us, and not only talking to us, but we can keep up in the conversation. Like we understand what she's saying. Like I feel like we've even grown so much in our knowledge, especially when it comes to the brain in these past 2 years. But it's so crazy because you really can manifest anything. And
yeah, so that's just something that kind of proved to us that manifestation is totally real and being delusional works, because that was like a delusional manifestation for me. I would say like, oh, it's so cool, I respect her so much, I think she's so smart, she's so great, it'd be so cool to be friends with her. And then the fact that she came over to our apartment, sat on our couch and recorded an episode, it was a very like surreal moment, being like, wow, dreams do come true.
No, they they really do. And I just like think for us, the fact that again our podcast is so new, but we're so easily seen by people that we've looked up to, whether that's like, you know, Guru Benny, whether that's Persis, whether it's these two ladies, like everybody that we want is here, and it's been so easy drawing them in, you know? So I'm like, Will Smith, you better watch out because you're next.
Will Smith is coming on the pod, you guys. We love that bit.
Yes. No, but I feel like our life has been very VIP. We just finished our 6-week group coaching with our community members, and it was so good. I feel like the girls learned so much, or they verbalized, they learned so much, and they were so happy, and concepts are clicking for them, and they've been having manifestations that have they've been winning too. So it's really cool to see other people win, because then when you see other people win, you're like, oh shit, I can win too. And it's just like the momentum, and then everyone's doing what they want to do, and everyone's pulling things in.
Emily was talking about, like, from a neuroscientist point of view, how the people you surround yourself, even virtually, the people you surround yourself with, you start to like brainwave sync with them. So that's like another important reason why, like, I mean, that's also probably the content you consume. So consuming positive content, this podcast, and just surrounding yourself with people in person and or online too. That's why I think is cool about the community is like, even virtually, we're syncing up, we're all becoming more positive, we're encouraging each other, we're giving each other examples of like wins and stuff like that. So it's been cool. But join our community, guys, if you want to. Quick plug. We're on Wednesday. If you're listening to this on Tuesday, on Wednesday, the 16th, April 16th, we're starting a 14-day money mindset abundance challenge. So if you want to join in on that, click the link in the show notes to join our community. It'll be really fun.
It's very aligned timing, because we, like, astrologically, we just came out of a whole month of back-to-back retrogrades.
The eclipses, a lot of energy.
Right, a lot of chaotic energy, which chaotic doesn't mean bad, you guys. I think a lot of people look at retrogrades and they're like, this is so scary, but it's meant to shake you up in a way that teaches you or shows you where you need to work on certain aspects of yourself. But yeah, we just came out of a whole bunch of retrogrades, and on Saturday we just had the full moon. So it was a good time to release anything that you might have learned over the past month. And it's like springtime and
new beginnings.
And I think the last half of April is said to be just a lot of abundance, a lot of love, a lot of good communication for everybody. I think all the signs are kind of winning this month.
Yes, exactly. So it's a good time. We kind of planned that. We kind of planned that intentionally. So it's a good time to get your money mindset up, you guys. Abundance really is a frequency. Like, that's what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah. Somebody actually just asked us what that means. And we were like, well, for anything that you're seeking out, let's take abundance, for example, there's a vibrational match to it, right? And so for money, everybody kind of everybody can energetically tie that with abundance. I like to tie money energetically to freedom. So then it's like, when I'm trying to draw in money, I really hone in on all the ways I feel free right now, right? And so we'll just be going over that and teaching you guys that abundance mindset, because you can find it in anything.
The freedom, the abundance, and also something we're going to be talking about too in free game is just like, if you're trying to draw in money, if you're trying to draw in abundance to you, it's really important to start focusing on the ways that you're already abundant, the ways that you're already that there's already abundance in your life. And that could literally be air. It could be books. It could be knowledge. It could be food in the fridge. It could be friends. It could be smiles. Like, there's so much abundance around us. And Bashar talks about that. He says, like, even if you're in lack, there's an abundance of lack. Right. And that kind of sounds a little woo-woo or like whatever, but there really, really is so much, so much abundance out there. It doesn't have to be like only money if that's what you're focused on.
I like that you said, or I like that you're bringing up that if you have lack, there's abundance of lack, because that just goes back to the idea of whatever you focus on expands. So we just want to encourage you guys to focus on the fact that life is meant to be fun, that good times are meant to be had. We're supposed to be happy. We're supposed to be laughing. We're supposed to be in alignment with just with anything that makes us feel like we're in alignment. So
very Abraham Hicks. This is a very Abraham Hicks coded episode too, because she always says that life is supposed to be fun. We take life way too seriously. There's so many good things to, to focus on. What you focus on expands, so focus on the good. And we have a quote that we wanted to share too, which was, well, this is a quote from Abraham. She says, "The entire universe is conspiring to give you everything you want." And she really talks about how, like, as soon as you ask for something, it is given, right? That's one of her famous books that we love. You ask for something, and the universe, this entire universe, God, source, whatever resonates with you, basically immediately starts to work on giving it to you. But oftentimes we have like blocks that are kind of holding it back. We have like limiting beliefs, we have blocks, we have these programming. It's kind of, when we were interviewing Haley for the podcast, she was explaining it really well. And she was talking about EFT tapping, which, guys, EFT tapping really is that girl if you haven't tried it. But she was explaining it really well of like EFT tapping or just anything that's helping you get rid of subconscious blocks. It's kind of like clearing the clouds. Like we are all suns, like sun as in S-U-N. S-U-N.
Suns in the sky. We're all like bright in the sky.
Bright light suns, right? And sometimes we just have like clouds covering us and blocking, basically kind of like blocking our light. And it's just getting rid of the clouds and coming back to our true self of being inherently worthy of receiving everything you've ever wanted. And yeah, that's why we're really trying to lean into that energy, and we're trying to share that energy today.
Yeah, we definitely want to remind you guys that you are inherently worthy of everything. And going off of that, Dr. Joe always says that you will only receive what you deem yourself worthy of. Right? So that's why it's so important to focus on your self-concept, to pour love into yourself, to talk kindly to yourself, to listen to your affirmations, to feel the feeling, and to live in the end of what you want. Because once you start to truly believe that you are deserving, that's when all the manifestations are drawn to you.
1000%. Do your mirror work, guys. Start being so kind to yourself. We always say that, like, talk to yourself like you should talk to a toddler version of you, right? Being like so kind, so patient, so reminding yourself of your worth. And it might feel weird. Like, so many people are like, oh, it feels weird, it feels fake. And it might feel fake at first, but you just got to push through. We were kind of talking about that on the last episode too. But really change your inner dialogue to be like, no, actually, I literally am that bitch. I am that bitch.
Right.
Gaslight yourself into believing that you're that bitch. And then eventually you create new neural pathways to fully believe that you're that bitch and regulate your nervous system. That really helps too.
Yeah, because then you can lock it in afterwards. Because it's like a lot of people will always ask us, well, what if I lose my manifestation? Like, I don't want to lose my manifestation. It's like, well, you don't feel safe enough to hold on to it. You know, like there's work that comes after receiving as well. And that's just continue to stay in that frequency of alignment, to continue to stay in that frequency of gratitude, of joy, of love, so that you can continue to be successful.
Yeah. Tell yourself you are safe. I am safe. I am worthy. I am love. And you deserve love.
You guys, I actually wanted to share a big win from one of my friends back home in Denver. She is graduating nursing school, and I've been helping her put together her resume and helping her prep for interviews for nurse residency programs. And getting into a specialty nurse residency program after you graduate, it's a little competitive, and it happens. Like, I mean, I got into one. I went directly into emergency nursing.
Period.
Right. I know. And so I've just been helping her with that. And she's always wanted to work on a labor and delivery unit all throughout nursing school. And
that's her dream job.
That's like her dream job. That's her dream unit, right? And so she had been applying to one. She got rejected from one. But then an opportunity came up to apply to a couple other units. And so she got excited for those units. I was helping her to apply. And then she applied to them. She felt like it went really well. And they told her, hey, we're going to get back to you either in the next few days, or the latest you'll hear back from us is next week, right? So she's really excited. She's like, Kayma, I really want this. I'm really happy, yada, yada. So then a week passes, and then she's starting to get a little anxious. And she's like, Kayma, what does this mean? Should I email them? Like, I really want this. And I'm like, yeah, like, go ahead and email them. Like, it's never a bad thing to like show people that you're excited to work for them. But I'm like, but babe, like, everything will work out. I promise you, like, you haven't even graduated yet. Like, there's no stress. Just relax and tell yourself, ultimately at the end of the day, the only outcome is you become a nurse, right? Like, there's no other outcome. We're already this far along. And so because because these 2 units hadn't got back to her immediately, another labor and delivery unit had openings for applicants. And so she was like, well, should I apply to this? And I'm like, yes, babe, why not? Because you still haven't heard back from this. Like, you should be applying to as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.
So she ends up applying to this labor and delivery nurse residency, and it's at a really, really good hospital in Denver. And they ended up offering her an interview and then a chance to go and shadow and go to the floor and see how the unit works. And as soon as she told me that, I didn't say anything, but I was like, oh, babe, you're in. I know it. Like, if they're having you shadow the unit, they want you to get a feel for it as well, right? And so the next day, though, she gets a rejection from the other 2 units that she had been applying to. And she was so sad. And she like called me. She's like, I don't really get it. Like, their reasoning for why I didn't get it doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, babe, it doesn't matter. Like, I promise you. I was like, I know this hurts. Feel your feelings. But ultimately, at the end of the day, that doesn't really change anything.
Yeah. And those weren't even the ones she actually wanted.
Those weren't even those weren't even the units that she actually wanted. I think she was just she was getting excited because she just really wanted a job, if that makes sense. But it wasn't even exactly what she wanted. And then a couple days passed, you guys, and she calls me and she's like, you'll never believe it. The labor and delivery nurse residency program, they offered me a spot.
Which was her actual dream job.
That was her actual dream job. And so I was so excited. I feel like I got a job, you guys. And I say all of this to say, if she hadn't had such a long wait period from the other 2 units that she thought she maybe wanted, it would have never given her the time and the opportunity to apply to the unit that she actually did want, right? Because if she would have gotten that job right away, she would have been just satisfied with that, and she would have never taken the time to apply to the labor and delivery residency.
Yeah.
But I'm like, babe, I was like telling her afterwards, I was like, see, rejection is redirection, because you needed that time to apply to everything else. So I wanted to share this with you guys because I know a lot of people will message us and ask, like, how do you manifest a job? How do you manifest a job? Like, I've been applying like crazy. And I'm like, I promise you guys, I really, really promise you, all rejection is truly redirection, and it's just giving you a chance to actually go for what you want.
Yeah, very much like ignoring your circumstances, ignoring your 3D, because you just remember that the universe could be moving things in the background to actually get you exactly what you want. Like with your friend, she was getting rejected from the job she didn't even actually really want.
Right.
While in the background, the universe was getting her quite literally her dream job.
Right.
So it's like just understanding sometimes when you feel like things aren't working, or if you even get those rejections and things like signs like, oh, it's not working, whatever, truly hold the vision. Your dream job, your dream opportunity, your dream manifestations could be coming in the background.
No, literally, because a lot of times things it comes down to timing.
Yeah.
It comes down to timing. It comes down to circumstance. And it comes down to, I want to say randomness, but obviously it's not random because the universe is doing her job.
Yeah.
But to randomness almost. And so it's so important to stay in this excitement, hopeful energy, to stay in this assuming energy, and to just keep moving forward until you get exactly what you want.
Yeah.
And the easiest way to do that is to just be in alignment, know what you want, and have fun.
Very much trusting the universe. Like, I was thinking about that of like right now thinking, oh, there's something I really, really, really want. And it's good to go for what you want, right? But sometimes even the universe has a much better plan for you in the background. And then you're going to look back at this moment and be like, oh, thank God I didn't get what I wanted.
Right.
You know? So universe got you, babes. Okay, you guys, back to astrology. This is kind of about astrology. Me and Kames just realized that we are about to enter our Saturn return. For some reason, I thought we already went through it.
The way the past year and a half has actually shaken up my life to its core, I thought I was already done.
Yeah.
I thought I went through it. I thought it came early.
Yeah, shaken up in a good way.
In an amazing way. But you guys, I'm such a stick to the plan. Like, I don't know what was going on, but I had such a limiting belief. I think that I had to be a nurse. I could only make money through nursing, that I had to use my degree. I went to school. I worked so hard. So why wouldn't I be doing that? Plus, obviously, I loved nursing. And I loved helping people and connecting with people and all the things. And I love science. But yeah, I had such a weird limiting belief. So the fact that I quit nursing, started a podcast, I opened a business.
Yeah.
And all that with my best friend. Like, if you would have said this to me 3 years ago, I would have been like, what are you talking about?
Literally, get out of my face. What are you talking about?
Right. And so the fact that all of this has happened, like, Saturn return essentially is change,
yeah,
but also coming back to a place, like it's like a learning moment, right?
/ we don't actually know what it is. We're still learning. Well, let's not pretend like we're experts.
You guys, okay. My understanding of Saturn return is like change and shaking things up, and it's like really hard if you're resistant to it, but easy if you're not. And so I've kind of, I mean, even though the past 2 years have been really fucking weird and different, it's been easy. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I've had a really easy Saturn return, and then a couple nights ago, Olivia was like, yeah, babe, I just plugged it in. It's not happening until what? It's like May 24th.
Yeah, next month. I'm like, wait, our Saturn return doesn't even start. Like, wait a second.
And it's long. It's like 2 years.
Yeah.
And the peak is like next July.
Yeah. So we're questioning something. Not questioning. We're just like, oh, okay. What actually, so I was a little bit shocked by that, but I actually kind of love that because I'm like, okay, let's shake things up even more.
Yeah.
Like if I've learned anything from the healing, manifesting, personal development, evolution journey, is that your shakeups, your weird moments truly can lead to the best quantum leaps, the best level ups. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah, that means my life's about to get even better.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were kind of trying to do some research of like where it, what sign it's in, what house it's in, whatever. And for mine, it sounds like it's going to be kind of a transformational moment for just like my identity and how I perceive myself, how people perceive me. And so I'm like, you guys, I'm about to be on the up and up.
Yeah. Same.
I'm really about to be on the up and up. People, like, I think I'm going to go through even more like transformation with myself and evolution and building even more confidence, which I didn't even know that was possible. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It's a good thing. I think that resonates because I'm like, I think even me, I definitely am still working through some type of like blocks of being seen or of being my true self, being my authentic self, being my most confident, bold self. And I would say like with the podcast is I love y'all. Like this is probably my most authentic self, and I'm trying to be more authentic, like on social media and with I would say no with like people in real life. I'd say I'm pretty authentic. I guess just like on social media.
Yeah, I think. Well, your page is like Hope Core, which I love. I love seeing it, and I think everyone needs that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like unless you guys knew Olivia in real life, or I think you see bits of it in the episodes. But you're so funny.
Aww.
You're so silly, goofy. Like you are a goofball, and you guys, we stay laughing 24/7. Like I am always cracking up with you. So I mean I love it because I think you are authentic on your own page, like because that's you. That also,
yeah.
It's just maybe it's just you in teacher mode.
It's me in teacher mode, maybe not as like full circle of like everything, and I want to be more like sharing everything, kind of. Yeah, just because I want everyone to know all my business, kind of. I'm someone that's like, please know everything about me.
Yeah, guys, and I'm obviously the opposite. I'm like, Olivia's like, can we talk about it? I'm like, maybe. No, but Saturn return is really interesting. I think I am excited too because I'm like, okay, like you said, it can only get better. Yeah. Growth and transformation and the uncomfortable, that feeling of uncertainty, really you can always use it for your benefit. And I think that's what it's meant to be for.
1000%. I think from what I know, we're going to keep researching it, guys, and we'll share. But like from what I know, it's kind of the Saturn return is kind of like if you're not who you like really are, if you're not being authentic, if you're not on your right path, Saturn return kind of shakes you up. So then you have the chance to get on the right path. Right. And so I feel like me and you are hopefully, and we're going to try, and we assume we're going to lean into it, and it's going to be a good thing, and it's not going to be like too crazy, painful or whatever, because we're so open to growth and we're so open to evolution. We're open to finding our like flaws, finding our places where we need to be healed, and then healing it and like actually doing the work. And it's really worth it, you guys, because truly the things that you're scared of, like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to do, whatever, like I don't want to do magic mushrooms because I'm scared of what's going on in my mind. I'm like, babe, it's not that scary. It's unlocking things. Like it doesn't need to be that scary. Our brain, our subconscious, our deep memories and things might feel scary until you actually shine a light to it, do some shadow work, you dig up those scary things, and then you realize, oh, it's not that scary.
Not that deep. It's never that deep. And then when you can let go and release things that might be triggering you, that might be bothering you, it's so much easier to have fun. It's so much easier to play. It's so much easier to create. And that's definitely a goal of ours, is like to continue to move in that direction.
Yeah.
So
I got chills when you said that. It's so true.
I love it. It is true.
It really is, you guys. And I think, you know, the scary shadow feelings that you're scared to uncover, I think it probably all stems from thinking you're going to find something that makes you not worthy, or you're hiding something that makes you feel like you're not worthy. But really, at the end of the day, every single person is worthy. Every single person doesn't need to hold shame. We don't need to be fearful of rejection. We don't need to be fearful of being our authentic selves. And when you lean into that, or when you know that, it makes your psyche better. It makes life better. And you can move a little bit more freely, because you're not always overthinking like, oh, I can't. Well, that was how I used to be. I was like, oh, I can't tell that person that thing. I can't tell that person that thing. I have to keep my story straight. Like I was always like being like, okay, I have to show this version of myself to this person. I have to show this version. And then when you realize, oh, every version of me is actually perfect the way it is, or / I don't even need multiple versions of me.
Yeah.
That's when life just gets so much better, and your nervous system is regulated because you're not having to be on edge all the time. And you just realize, oh, I'm perfect.
Yeah.
It's a cool feeling to be. It's a cool
love
feeling
it.
to have.
I love it. I do have to say, this is how I know Olivia and I are best friends, is because Olivia didn't initially tell me about the Saturn's return. We were talking about something, and I had said something that was resistant to Olivia. We were talking about something, and I was like, oh yeah, like I'm not really into that. And Olivia said,
it was like something about like spirituality, kind of like witchy
something. I can't even remember
esoteric
what it was.
knowledge type of vibes.
But anyways, I was like, yeah, like I'm not really there yet. Like I don't really believe in that or whatever. And Liv was like, oh yeah, that tracks with your Saturn's return. And I was like, wait, what? And she was like, oh yeah. Did I not tell you? Like I looked up your stuff. And I had to laugh because she has my birthday, my birth time, my city, all my information. And she's Googling stuff on my behalf, but like wasn't even telling me. And so then that's how we ended up deep diving into it, and like going into our houses and like trying to figure out what our growth period is about to be about. But yeah, I'm really excited for mine. Mine's about learning more knowledge. It's about, I think, spirituality. Traveling, which I'm like, this all tracks for me. And yeah, I got a reading a long time ago, like a year and a half ago, that I was debating going back to school. I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but I was really burnt out from nursing, and I wanted to go back to school for neuroscience to just study how the brain affects health. Because I mean, in the future, like I will do something with healthcare. Like I'm a big advocate for like preventative health as well as holistic health. And so I was like, I need to learn about the brain, because I feel like the brain controls everything else, right? That's everything Dr. Joe Dispenza also talks about.
Healing yourself.
Yeah. And I'm like, I just want, this information needs to be more mainstream for everybody, right? Especially synergistically with Western medicine. That's like my true, I think, one of my purposes. And so I was thinking about going back to school. And so when I got a reading a year and a half ago, she was like, oh yeah, like knowledge, teaching, like you're always going to be learning. And at the time I was like, oh my God, this is confirming that I do need to go back to grad school. This is so exciting. You know, life happens, things come up. I wasn't really done with nursing at that point. And so, but now I'm realizing, oh, I'm always learning. Like I can learn it in any way. Like there's books, there's retreats, there's research. Yeah, literally research, like anything. I can do anything, conversations, talking with you guys, going on live, and then you guys telling us things. Like
there's so many ways to like study.
There's so many ways to study and learn. And the fact that mine is saying that I'm about to start deep diving this in the next year to 3 years, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm right on track.
Oh my God.
And I'm really excited, and I'm glad we have this platform because now we can share all of this with you guys.
Yes.
And if you guys don't know what Saturn's return is, it's, I mean, not that we can tell you much, but it's supposed to happen in your late 20s. Like
sometime between 27 and 31. Typically Saturn return. But more knowledge to come as we go through ours. You guys are going to watch and be on the journey with us.
Yeah.
Ooh, well, I want to start sharing even more tea of our lives, because I know you guys are just obsessed with us and you want to know everything about us. So we'll start sharing more tea. We'll start sharing if we're going through crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Venus retrograde. Like, for examples, we just went through retrogrades. And if you're here at the end of the podcast, you're a real one. So Venus retrograde apparently kind of makes you like miss your ex. And that kind of was happening to me a little bit.
It was a little freaky.
I was fighting some demons in there, but it was good ultimately because of doing some reflection and whatnot.
Everything's for the good.
Everything's for the good.
Yeah,
everything's for the good.
But ultimately, you guys, we just wanted to catch up with you. Yeah. I know, again, like we've kind of had some more serious topics the last few weeks, and we just want to keep it light. Like, life is meant to be fun. We're supposed to do whatever we want. We're supposed to put ourselves in positions to be able to do whatever we want.
Yes.
Ask for what you want, and then just sit back and be like grateful.
Yeah. And heavy on the life can be good. Life can be easy. We don't need to.
You don't have to suffer.
You don't have to
for
suffer.
Success.
You don't have to grind. We're very much like leaning into and learning more about just like feminine energy and going with life's flow and just like receiving your manifestations and quantum leaping as you are in your joy and as you're in your happiness. And Bashar talks about that always too, of like follow your highest excitement. Whatever's feeling good, whatever's feeling. That. I know, right? Like
follow your highest excitement.
Your highest excitement, you guys. So yeah, we love you guys.
Yes.
I hope that this was kind of just like a catch up, feel good episode. Let us know how it was. And Kate, keep tagging us on socials. If you are listening to the pod, share it on socials, on Instagram.
Yeah, keep rating it 5 stars, you guys. We see everything, and commenting. Like, we truly see it all. Sometimes we're a little slow to get back to you guys, but we love you guys, and we love that this community is growing, and we are all up, you guys.
Yes, we love you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.